This freaking phone, ow, took forever to update. Live. It's Saturday night. It's not. Hello. Why do you have purple hair? Does it look purple? Really? Kind of? Not really? My boss's boyfriend came in today and made lots of "it's not a phase" jokes to me. I said it is a phase, Johnny. It's gonna be dark brown in a few days. Right? I swear to God. I've been bit by so many things today. I got bit by 4 mosquitoes yesterday. I've been bit by 2 mosquitoes today. And I got fucking destroyed by fire ants today. Because I was netting that red tail to switch him into the bigger enclosure. And when I netted him, it was on an ant hill, so I went to grab him and ants just crawled all over me. It was so bad. It was so bad. Okay. I am out far. I'm far out. But actually, I walked for like almost half an hour to get out here because damn it. I wanted to get really far out because this Kestrel, like I said, is super habituated to being around people, so I wanted to get her away from people. You are in a tree, so you'll have to not mind the swaying that occurs. It's not a very strong branch. Why don't you buy mosquito spray? I have mosquito spray, but I don't keep it in my car because it's in a pressurized container and it's Texas. And I came straight from work here, so yeah. Bomb ate live prey today. I'm getting sick. Is the swaying really that bad? I like barely see it. I guess it's swaying a little. It's like not even that bad. Ooh. Wind's picking up. Bomb ate live today. She ate live today, so she's ready to go. The red tail is doing really well. I moved him into the bigger enclosure. He's not fully using that wing yet, so I want to give him a little more time. God damn it. Fuck. For the past like 48 hours, I've had this like really annoying feeling that I'm forgetting something. Not like forgetting to bring something, forgetting that I feel like I'm forgetting to tell someone something. It's really stressing me out. And I don't know if it's stream, I don't know if it's Matt, I don't know if it's my boss, I don't know if it's my coworker. I don't think it's anyone, honestly. I think it's just my brain. Because I got a lot going on right now, I think. Have you fed the oven? Not recently. God damn it! Forgot to bring the money. What money? Today, a lady came in with a nest of kidnapped rabbits, as in rabbits' nests are in the ground and the mom covers it up, and she comes back at dawn and dusk to feed the babies. And when people come across them, they think that they're orphaned because the mom isn't there. So she picked them all up and brought them to the center, and was like very excited about saving them, and then told me all about how she wanted a capuchin monkey as a pet. It did bite me. Do you see this?
People
see it?
Wow.
Il Mills resubbed for 2 months.
Damn it.
Is there bald eagles out there?
I've never seen one. I don't think they're in Texas. They're in California. You can't call her a dumbass. Who would know that? Did I say dumbass? I didn't call her stupid. You did? You called her the R slur. I did not say any of those things. I literally just explained what happened. It was unfortunate. I explained to her why, I explained to her how cottontails work, and I told her that it's illegal to have a capuchin monkey, and I told her why she wouldn't want one as a pet, and she said, oh, it's fine. I mean, my husband won't let me get one anyway. So I was like, glad you got the memo, lady. Anyway, so I had a kind of an annoying day with people today, but what are you gonna do? It's fine. I have to be really careful not to demonize the people that bring in animals just because of a lack of education. I try to stay optimistic and just try to teach as many people as I can about wildlife, but sometimes it gets frustrating, you know? We get a lot of animals that come in that should not come in. I mean, like, I'd say 80% of our fawns are kidnapped fawns, probably at least 50, probably 60% of our rabbits are kidnapped rabbits. So it's pretty frustrating, but anyway. No! Another annoying case, is this Kestrel. God damn it. I've explained it on stream before, but I don't know how long maybe I should, oh wait a minute. You look like you're tweaking. I do, don't I? Yep. I really feel like I'm forgetting to say something. Oh, kind of an announcement, but I said it in my Discord, so if you follow my Discord then, or if you're in my Discord then you know. I'm not gonna do an IRL tomorrow. I'm gonna do a desktop tomorrow. I think I'm gonna go to Target today and I'm gonna get the black nail polish and black lipstick and whatever, and we'll do that. And then we'll finish until dawn. Because I feel bad holding on to Cinex PS4 for a whole another week. I've already had it for such a long time. So that's the plan for tomorrow. And Friday is the podcast.
Wow.
Booms Hakalaka 831 subbed for the first time.
Thank you. And then not this weekend, but next weekend, I think I'm going on Dare Package, and then either that same day or the following Saturday is going to be Housewives, but I don't know which yet. My parents are going to be here on Monday. My aunt and uncle are coming through town tomorrow. I'm giving them a tour of the rehab center tomorrow. I'm nervous. They're very nice.
Thank you so much.
John donated $3. Maya, you are such a beautiful and cool woman. No, I'm not hitting on you. I can just see that amazing spirit glowing off you. Thank you and miss for the great content.
Thank you. My aunt and uncle are very nice, but they have a lot of, they're very like proper. So I'm a little nervous for that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start talking about this Kestrel because she's already been waiting here. Are those ones Ms. met? No, he met, no. The ones that he met are very different. He's not gonna meet the ones tomorrow. They're coming in the morning, so he will not be awake. Okay, so let's do the release stream, shall we? It's about that time. Holy shit! What the fuck? It's growing a lot. What the fuck? There's one there too. Damn it. Okay. You can call me Malaria now. So, we have a female American Kestrel today. You will be shocked at how much she looks like Mulan. They all look super similar. All red tails. They're like hard to tell apart. Kestrels are hard to tell apart, besides male and female. So we have the male at the center, Mr. Bompton. He's doing really well. He moved into an outdoor enclosure today, so he's got more space to use both of his wings, build up some more muscle, and he ate live today. So he's doing really, really well. And this girl came in, it was a woman who called the center, and she said, we have this hawk, and we've had it for 3 weeks. My husband found it, and I don't want it in my house anymore. And I said, okay, can you tell me more? How did you find it? You know, how big is it? And she was like, it's a baby hawk. It's really small. And he found it on the road. And I said, and you've had it, so she had it for 3 weeks. So I was like, okay, what have you been feeding it? And she said ground beef only. So I have no idea how this bird survived for 3 weeks. No, it's not imprinted because it's an adult. I don't know how old it is, but she's in adult plumage, so she's at least 2 years old, 3 years old, but she could be older than that. She came in pretty habituated to people because they had kept her in this dog crate in their living room, and they were hand feeding her ground beef for 3 weeks. So she's pretty chill around people. But she went in an outdoor enclosure, was eating mice, and she has wilded up a little bit and is catching live prey on her own, so she's good to go. Just further away from people, hopefully this time. Hopefully she won't go find somebody else to feed her ground beef. I'm not sure what they were thinking there. I do appreciate them recognizing that it was a carnivore, but you'd think that you would think about the fact that kestrels absolutely can't kill a cow, like, so they're not supposed to eat ground beef. I don't know. Maybe you wouldn't think about that, but they can't eat ground beef. I would never feed a kestrel ground beef. So anyway, she brought in this bird. She called it a baby hawk. It's a kestrel, which is actually pretty common. We have people think that kestrels are baby red tails or just baby eagles or something because they're really small. So yeah, she brought her in. Spelled Kestrel, Cestral. I could keep complaining. It's fine. It's one of the worst cases. It's one of the tougher ones to not be frustrated by, just because they would have kept the bird, they would have kept that kestrel in their living room had the wife not decided that she was annoyed with the noise. They weren't planning on getting rid of it. They were just gonna keep it as a pet and like feed it ground beef. So that's really frustrating. But the good news is she's really loud. So the woman wanted her out of the house and brought her to us, and so now she can be released again. Again, a good reminder as to why education is important. We can teach more people so stuff like this does not happen again, or it doesn't happen as much. I'm gonna go ahead and grab her. She is 113 grams today, pretty normal size for a kestrel. She is very loud. So I'm not going to hold her for too long. I'm literally just going to show her because she'll probably be screaming when I take her out. So just be prepared for that. Also, just a heads up, she's fast as hell. There's a slight chance that I slip and she God. Ugh. And she gets out past me and I don't get a handle on her. Either way, she's being released. I hope that you see her if that's the problem. Or if that happens. And is her name Paul? What is her name? It doesn't, I don't know. You guys gave a couple. Ow. 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 I'm really surprised she's not screaming right now. She just bit the shit out of me though. Look familiar? I'm gonna let her go. She's pissed. Alright. Off you go. Hey. Isn't that crazy how much she looks like Mulan? You can go. Oh. Really right there? It could have been a lot more dramatic than that. But she went right there. So, that's fine. I set it up so she would I'm trying to get better about setting it up so you guys get a good angle of the bird flying away. But, what are you gonna do? Sometimes it happens like that. I will show you her in the tree. Hold on. Sorry. There. Hi. Don't call her lazy. That's another kestrel. What the fuck? How does it know? Did you hear that? Oh, she's happy. I thought it sounded like a kestrel. I'm not good at bird calls, so if you are, excuse me if I'm wrong. But it sounded like a kestrel to me. She's happy, look. Oh, she's actually annoyed that that branch is touching her, I think. The, like, snaky one on her back. What do you think?
People pug, wow.
GL1 hit subbed for the first time.
Thank you. She'd be happier if there was some cow nearby. Actually, there is. There are pastures down there. So, if she gets she wants another taste. She looks bigger in the tree. Small bird. They're the smallest falcons in North America. She'll spend a lot of time here too. The American kestrels are, the likelihood of them migrating decreases from north to south.
Blakey9 resubbed for 2 months.
Thank you for the 2 months. Hey. So southern residents, like the ones in Texas, will generally not migrate. So hopefully this is a better spot for her. She was in a residential area, like straight up streets, you know, like streets and houses and kids and whatever. She's thinking about moving, but I don't know where. Like, where are you gonna go? Maybe she's not gonna go anywhere. She's not used to freedom. I mean, to be frank, it's been, I mean, they said 3 weeks. Honestly, they may have had her for longer. It's been at least a month since she's been out. What if she follows you? It would be unprecedented. If I walked away and she landed on me or something, I would bring her back to the center, but I don't think that that's gonna happen. Doesn't it, I mean, you guys know how obsessive I was with Mulan's weight and with Bomb and whatever. Like, Kestrels, if you want to drop their weight, you got to drop them by 1 gram a day. You know, like, people weigh their Kestrels and feed them twice a day. Weight management for them is like, no joke. I cannot believe she lived, because I don't know how much they were feeding her either. With that high of fat content, that rich of a protein, probably just giving her as much as she would eat every day. Like, I can't believe she lived. It's nuts to me. Like, if I had to feed Mulan ground beef, I would cry because I think she'd die the next day. I can't believe that she's alive. Birdie. Are those sticks annoying you? Does she like McDonald's? Ask the people that had her. They probably know. Oh my god, imagine if it was like McDonald's patties that they were giving her. I didn't even ask if it was cooked ground beef. Oh my god, what if they cooked it? It doesn't. I mean, she's alive. That's all that matters. This may be boring for you guys. I can turn the stream off if you're bored, but on a release like this where they land so close, I'm gonna stay and monitor her for a while, just to make sure she's chilling, and I'm like for sure on wanting her to be out here, which I am like 99, you know, but I just want to watch her. It's chill. Okay, I'll leave her. I'll just keep getting bit by mosquitoes. Do they only eat rats? No, so even rats are...
Tarin resubbed for 10 months. Peepo Pog, wow.
Thank you. I wouldn't even give a Kestrel a rat because it's like more of a, it's a richer meat. Higher in protein. Rats are not something that Kestrels would naturally eat in the wild. They'll eat little lizards, sometimes small snakes. They'll eat lots of insects and mice. Voles, things like that as well. But that's as big as it gets. And quail. They also like birds, so like little starlings and things like that. But yeah, rats are too big, squirrels are way too big, rabbits way too big, cows way too big. Does anything hunt them? Yeah, they may eat a frog, maybe. I've never seen it. Other bigger birds of prey will take kestrels.
People Pug, wow.
Mystic Troll gifted a tier 1 sub to Bwendon. This is their first gift sub in the channel.
Thanks, Mystic. You're knowingly letting a murderer loose? I witnessed 2 murders today, technically. Well, not really. Mice. That's big. You want to see it? Isn't it crazy how much she looks like Mulan? No? You don't think she looks like Mulan? Eh. Can you see it? Let me go in the shade. That's better.
Thank you so much.
Cooper Steve donated $3. What would win? 1 trillion Kestrels or a cow?
Thank you
Thanks,
so
Koopa.
much.
Kestrels, probably. Well, yeah, 1 million Kestrels is a lot. It depends. If you're talking about them realistically fighting, I don't know. I mean, 1 trillion. Yeah, Kestrels. I mean, what is a cow gonna do? It'd have to like stomp on them to kill them. They just get torn up very, very slowly. Kestrels with knives. My boss has a sticker on her car.
Thank you
That's
so much.
Donated $15.
Whoa.
I'm sure you have been asked this 1 million times, but as a recent avian bio grad, I dream of doing what you do with both birds and other critters. How do you get involved in this? Did you just reach out to local sanctuaries or something?
Yeah, I do get that question all the time. Honestly, at this point, with the amount that I get that question of like, how do I do what you do? I should make a YouTube video or something. I just haven't wanted to. But most people start with volunteering. You can volunteer at a wildlife rehab center, at a rescue zoo, at a AZA zoo. There are bird of prey rehab centers, depending on where you're located. With your degree, you could get an internship at any of those places, I'm sure. Usually goes volunteer, intern, staff. That's how I worked my way up. I started by volunteering, got internships at 2 zoos, then got a job at one of the zoos I was an intern at, and then here I went from intern to board, but that's mostly because of the specific facility. But yeah, just reach out to places, start volunteering or get an internship, and then work your way up from there. But I don't know, if you have an avian bio degree, like, you may be able to start getting paid right away. So pretty. It's an American kestrel. It's a falcon. That sounds like a kestrel. It really does. Oh my god, my arm. Look at my arm. You can't see it. Do you work with crows? Yeah, funny you should say that. We got 2 crows that are educational ambassadors. Oh, Jesus. Right now. And I work with them quite often. Roly poly. Roly poly. Abbott and Costello. Ooh, that's right. How can a crow be an ambassador? Good question. They were imprinted when they were brought into our facility. And so the people that rehabbed them tried to release them, and they were found 2 miles away from the release location.
Soggy peanut butter is subbed for 4 months. Peepo Pod. Wow.
Thank you. They were found 2 miles from the release location, landing on people's heads in a park, asking them for food, which is super not okay. Not safe for people and for the crows, right? Because if they're that attracted to human activity, they're way more likely to get hit by a car or get shot or, you know, whatever. So they're non-releasable. Their names are Abbott and Costello, and they are part of our education program. So we take animals out to schools and events and parties and things like that, and teach people about native wildlife. And so the crows are an ambassador for their species. Right now, I'm working on a behavior for them. We have an event coming up, like a fundraising event, and part of it is an online raffle. And we're gonna have the crows pick the raffle winners out of a container. So they're like little folded pieces of paper with a container with names, and the crows pick it out. They're doing really, really well with that behavior. They're doing it in their enclosure. I just need to make sure that they're doing it in the location where they have to do that in a couple months. So there's that. Today I also worked on the crate with them. They did a really, really good job with the crate. They're pretty claustrophobic and super sensitive, so it's hard to get them to be okay with being closed into the crate, but slowly. How does imprinting work? Also a good question. Imprinting is one of the most difficult things that we deal with wildlife rehab. Imprinting is a natural mechanism in animals that helps the animal to recognize its parent. Do you see her still? Barely. So one of the examples that I like to use when I talk about imprinting is a duckling. Ducklings are precocial, which means that when they hatch, they can run around right away, right? They dry off a little bit and then they're up and moving like little baby ducks. Imprinting is really important for ducklings because when they see the parent, when they hatch and they see what takes care of them, they know that they are a duck. So they identify with that species and they know which species to follow. That's why you see ducklings following their mom all the time. They learn from their parent what to be afraid of, what to eat, where to sleep, how to find shelter, how to find water, all that good stuff. So unfortunately, we get a lot of orphaned wildlife, and when people raise them, if the animal associates people with being fed, or people with social interaction, if there's excessive handling, that animal can imprint on people and it will never identify with its species. That's a really big problem for all animals. That's why we have Teddy. He's super deeply imprinted. He's got like no social skills with other skunks. He doesn't really know how to be a skunk. With birds, it's really dangerous. It stops them from migrating properly. Sometimes they won't take care of their feathers well enough. A lot of imprinted birds will never mate because they don't have the instinct to mate with other birds because they're imprinted on people. They're not good at finding their own food. They expect people to feed them. And they're way less likely to avoid human activity, which is really, really dangerous. So, yeah, imprinting it's a natural mechanism for baby animals to identify with a species. And the ideal is that it's their own species. That was a mouthful, but does that make sense? Most of you already know what imprinting is. We talk about it quite a bit here. Did you ever figure out why Teddy was so big? No. I have not. I don't know. That was more than I knew before, so thanks. No problem. Will a duck always imprint on something? Yes. If you buy ducklings from the feed store, you'll find ducks will imprint on you. I don't know if you've seen videos of ducks following people or geese following people, but they absolutely will. When I was younger and we had ducks, I had 3 ducks imprint on me and they'd follow me everywhere. So do the animals that imprint on humans only survive as pets? It depends on the species and it depends on the individual animal. Some skunks will do okay. Their home range radius is like not very big. It's oh gosh, I don't think it's more than a couple miles, if that. So if there are skunks that are imprinted and they learn how to forage on their own and they're social enough with other skunks and we release them far enough out where they're not going to be anywhere near human activity, sometimes they'll do okay. There are squirrels that have come in that are imprinted that wild up really, really well when they go into our outdoor enclosures. Like within a week when you go out there, these squirrels that wanted to crawl on you when they were babies, if you go out into their enclosure, they're like not about it at all. Those squirrels are releasable. Yeah, it really just depends. But the ideal is that nothing imprints, but it's really challenging to do that. An example of how challenging it is you guys remember Dip and Dot when they were little. The way that I raised Dip and Dot is when Dip came in, he was still really fuzzy. I would feed him literally in a closed cardboard box with a little slit cut into it, and I would stick tweezers through it so that he didn't know that it was me. I would never speak. I would never have any human voices playing when that was happening, all to avoid him associating me with food and imprinting. I only handled them for general husbandry and maintenance, and for exercising. I didn't spend any extra time with them, and neither of them imprinted, which was super lucky, and I was super happy because it can happen really easily. American Eagle Foundation had, or maybe it wasn't them, Connor had told me about some bald eagles that they were raising in a hack tower, which is like a big tower thing on the side of a hill, and they just stick the bald eagles in there and they throw food in, and those eagles never saw people, but the keepers that would go and throw them food would like talk to each other, and they imprinted on human voices. So it's a pretty tricky thing that you have to be really careful of, and that's why it happens so often. Is it's so easy to do. With songbirds, like people will wear masks, like full on face masks, and wear gloves. Ojai Raptor Center wears a ghillie suit when they feed their baby raptors. If you guys know what that is, like hunting the thing that looks like a swamp man. They're also feeding puppets. Yep, I used a puppet with Dip as well. That's true. Can the crows speak? Not yet, but I expect them to. So Dip and Dot did really well with not getting imprinted. They sure did. I'm damn proud of that. I was very, very careful about that. Thank you for the bits. No problem. I'm hoping my phone doesn't overheat, but it could happen. How do you decide where to release rehabbed animals? The ideal is that they're released where they came from, because they already know that area. But in cases like this, she was in a residential area, and that was bad for her because she got too acclimated to people to the point where someone picked her up. So I decided on this release location because I scout release locations relatively often, and this one is pretty far out. There are tons of grasshoppers. Like, I can probably show you them, but you've seen grasshoppers like all up in all this grass. There's lots and lots of grasshoppers. I'm sure there are field mice as well, so it felt like a good place to release her. Good night, Matthew. Okay, I'm gonna set you guys down here for a second, because oh, did you see that spider? We'll see, you might F. I'm sorry. Actually, it's not effing. I'm gonna move her because it's kind of getting hot, and I just need to see her fly, and she's pretty comfortable where she is, so give me 1 second. Well, she moved. Yeah, that'll do.
People pug, wow.
World I subbed for the first time.
You didn't see her fly, right? No? Okay, well, she flew from here over there, but I didn't see where she landed, so I want to see where she landed before I go. She flew through here. God, their camouflage is so good.
People pug, wow.
Boogst free subbed for 3 months. Peepo pog wow, 3
Peepo
months big time.
Thanks. Big time. Damn, where'd she go? I mean, my thing is as long as she's not on the ground, I'm fine with it. I just don't know where she went. If you happen to imprint on an animal, do you monitor them after release? It's very difficult to monitor after release if you're a nonprofit. Tracking equipment is very expensive. So no, but one thing that we do for a lot of animals, even if they're not imprinted, is what's called a soft release, which is where you release them at a location but you have a station where you feed them to wean them off of human care. That's pretty common. I knew you guys were gonna say that. Do you guys have, nobody's seen her, right? I don't like walking through this grass. This makes me nervous. I don't know why it makes me nervous. Ants and snakes. She's right there. Are you joking? Are you trolling? You're trolling. Where's the damn bird? What the hell? What the heck? I don't want to keep walking through this grass. It makes me nervous. Huh. Okay, well, she's not on the ground. She's got to be in this, right? Or I think she had... It sounded like she landed in this. Ow, that's sharp. Okay, Anthill. She's not in there. She wouldn't have gone up. need to carry a snake kit with me. Okay. Oh, I really thought she went in here. Weird. I mean, she could have taken off and gone all the way over there to that tree. I don't know. Anyway, I liked her flight, so her flight was fine. It wasn't my favorite thing, but I'm comfortable with it. I saw her kill something today, so I'm comfortable with her release. I wish I had a little more closure here, but that's all right. We can do a little walk-in. Maybe she'll turn up, but otherwise I'll show you guys how pretty this area is. Butterfly. Hi. Wow. Damn it. If anybody ever wanted to get a tick for any reason, that's how I would try to get a tick. That's the ideal spot to get ticks, is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, camera flipped. Birdie, where did you go? Look how nice it is out here. Isn't that pretty? Holy grasshopper. That's a big one. Ready? You have to, oh! Do you see? Dang it, it's too small, huh? Oh, you did see it. Hooray. Most beautiful pixel art I've ever seen. You want me to try to turn up the bitrate? For some reason, I have 107 up out here. And I have like 20 down. Or, no. 107 down, like 20 up. I'll turn up the bitrate to 3K. See what happens. Turkey vultures. Is it hot? It's a little hotter today than it's been, but that may be because I walked so far out here. I don't know. Beetle. What? Are you dumb? Do you want me to step on you? It's so cute. We're friends. How'd you spot that? It's pretty big. And like kind of stands out because it's black and shiny. Imprinted beetle? No. Do you have full board for your horse? Yes, sir. There's so many noises. Whoa, grasshopper. Lots of bugs out here. Lots of bugs. There's a bee. This is where the cattle are. I wanna be where the cattle are. It's a lot of cactus. Texas. Drink them? No. I saw what happened to Sokka. That's a big butterfly. Whoa, you couldn't see it, but it was there. That one's too fast, but it was a little beetle. There are cattle on the other side of that fence over there. It's so nice. You hear all the grasshoppers? That's why I chose this spot. She has grasshoppers forever. Damn it. These bugs are too fast for me to show you them. I need more beetles. Spider. Who can see the spider? He's very well blended in, and he knows it, so he's not going to move. Do you see him? He's right. Ready? There. Zoom. Crazy camouflage, huh? I don't know what kind of spider that was. You have hawk eyes. Makes up for my terrible hearing. Check it out. Zoom. This kind of beetle flies. Zoom. Bye. Look at this cute little tree. It's like a little Dr. Seuss tree. It's not a tree, but you know what I mean. All the world, all our friends know me. Starts with an S and ends with a T. It comes out of you and it comes out of me. I know what you're thinking, but don't think that. Let's be scientific and call it scat. It was a piece of scat. Piece of scat. Probably raccoon. Could be skunk, but it's pretty big for a skunk. Limestone. That shirt. Oh yeah. This is Planet Zoo merch. Live for Wildlife sent it to me. I also have a Planet Zoo water bottle. And Planet Zoo buttons. I'll show you guys. I put a bunch of buttons on my bag. Just ants. Nice shoes. How much did you drop on those bad boys? I think these shoes were $70, but originally they were over $200. I got them from the REI used outlet online. It's not a bad price. Oh, they're fantastic. No, I'm really proud of these. Grasshopper. You have to look very closely. It's gonna move when I move. Wait. You cannot see it. Let me see if I can point you to it. It is right there. I don't know how to show you. You might be able to see it when it moves. Okay. Ready? Boom. They're so quick. Catching them is a fun activity for kids. This is a big one.
People Pug, wow.
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to Protect Hifumi.
It's right there. Right there. So many grasshoppers. I wish I could find a snake. Last time after I did Tina's release, I found the coolest little green snake. I've only seen, I think that was my third snake in Texas. All right, bird, where are you? Where are you? I don't know. Well, she's out here somewhere. Honestly, I guess I'm glad that she's, obviously not interested in being found or not interested in hanging out, so that's a good sign. Holy shit, that was a huge bug. I don't know what that was. Interesting. Look at my pins. I have 2 American Eagle Foundation pins, George the Vulture and normal American Eagle. My boss gave me this one. It says Bee-haw. I got a Planet Zoo pin, big time. I have a Cal Poly pin from graduation. And then I have Jurassic Park pins that were also sent to me. Cal Poly carabiner, Cal Poly carabiner, zoo keys, flashlight, boom. Where are you? I'm so sorry. That's why I love Nestle Crunch. All right. Well, I gotta start the trek back. Oh shit. Successful release. It was not the most dramatic, but I mean the Kestrels don't take flight like the big ones do, quite like the big ones do. So anyway, hopefully she'll stay out here and away from people this time. But like I said, she killed today, so that's all I can ask for, that and flying, and I saw her fly. So back in the wild, I'm glad that couple brought her in, and I'm glad that she lived through the time that she was with them. Yeah, I love Kestrels. Who did she kill? A mouse. All right, chat. It is 5 o'clock. Holy shit. I'm gonna host wow, a lot of people are live. Oh, Slick's live. Holy shit, everyone's live. Should I host? Have I ever hosted Caseytron? Ow. I have. Who do you want me to host? Adept? Simply? Moxie? Oh my god, Moxie. 0xYY. Moxie! Raid Moxie. Yay, okay. No, it didn't work. Moxie. See, it did? What the fuck? Okay. I will see you guys tomorrow for a desktop. We're gonna finish until dawn, and I'm gonna turn myself into an actual goth person, apparently. So that'll be interesting. And then I'll announce the podcast guest, and I will see you on Friday for the podcast as well. Thanks for hanging out for the release. Sorry we didn't get closure at the end and find her, but yeah, I feel pretty good about it. So good shit. Good release. Yeah, okay. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Oh shit.